learn Chinese in Xi'an? Should you? Is Xi'an a good place to study Mandarin in? Well, everybody knows Xi'an, right? The ancient capital of China, the terracotta warriors, one of the world's wonders, really, to see. It's a very exciting, big city in the northwest of China. But how is it to learn Mandarin there? So let me give you 5 reasons why Xi'an might be the place for you to study Mandarin in, and then I'll give you 3 reasons why maybe it's not. Well, the first one is definitely immersion with a backup. So Xi'an is a very big, completely Chinese town, so it's a great place to immerse yourself into Chinese culture, because there are a few people there speaking English. It's a very Chinese place. It's a place where you will be speaking a lot of Mandarin. It's really a very good environment to be forced out of your comfort zone, to have to use Mandarin and to use it then and then to improve quickly with your speaking and listening especially. And at the same time, there is a backup because there is a small foreign community in Xi'an, so you're not completely on your own as you would be maybe, let's say, in Chengdu or Beihai. You will have a small expat community where people do speak English and where you can retreat from the Chinese community if you want to take a little bit of a Western break and have things a little bit easier. So it's a great place for immersion with a backup. Secondly, Xi'an is a Mandarin-speaking city. So Mandarin is the language spoken all over northwestern China, and Xi'an is firmly in the area where Mandarin is spoken. So it's not Cantonese or Hokkien or Shanghai or other languages spoken there locally, but it is actually Mandarin. Thirdly, prices. Even though Xi'an is a very big, developed city, the prices are actually quite moderate compared to, let's say, Shanghai, Beijing, or definitely Singapore. So you can really study, live, and enjoy life there at a much better price than you could do at other cities. Especially rent is quite a bit cheaper. So while Xi'an, of course, is a big city, so it does come with certain costs. From a budget perspective, it's actually a pretty good choice. Number 4, of course, we mentioned that already, history. Xi'an is one of the world's most historic cities. It's the ancient city walls that are still fully intact, protecting the old city of Xi'an. Cycling along those is going to be one of the most amazing things you'll ever do. After class, you'll probably be doing that almost every day. It's a great place to walk, hike around there. The terracotta warriors, just outside the city, of course, is something you have to have seen. The terracotta warriors are one of the wonders of the world. So if you come to China, you have to go to Xi'an anyways to see those. The drum tower in the middle of town, the Muslim quarters around there, it is really a very historic city because it is the ancient capital of China, and it was really the most important stop on the Silk Road where really so many different cultures and people for hundreds and hundreds of years have come together, and you have this fascinating old mix of cultures, people, traditions that is really very unique to Xi'an. So that makes it a great place to live and study. And fifthly, noodles. Now, Xi'an is the capital of noodles. You get the best noodles anywhere. If you like noodles, you gotta go to Xi'an. Hand-pulled noodles, like they will be making them fresh on the street, making noodles, soup, cold noodles, hot noodles, dried noodles, soup noodles, all kinds of different noodles. People in Xi'an love eating noodles, and they're freshly made right in front of you. So if you have any kind of desire for noodles, Xi'an is fantastic noodles. All right, 5 reasons why yes. Now, let me tell you 3 reasons why maybe Xi'an is not the best place for you to study. The first one is that while Xi'an is a Mandarin-speaking city, there is still an accent. People in Xi'an speak with a Xi'an accent, which is different to the standard Mandarin that you will be learning in a textbook. So the Mandarin there is not as clear as in a city, let's say, like Beijing or Chengdu. So you will have a difference between what you're studying and what you're hearing on the street. And number 2, in the winter, Xi'an gets pretty cold. Like really cold. So if you don't like cold, then Xi'an is for you only an option in spring, summer and early autumn, because the winters in Xi'an get really pretty cold. So if you're afraid of being cold, then Xi'an winters are not for you. And number 3 is what we said as an advantage beforehand, immersion with a backup. Now the backup's great, so you have this very tight, friendly expat community where it's very easy to make friends and you very quickly meet people from all over the world. There's a couple of bars and restaurants where everybody goes to and it's very easy to meet people there. It's very social, that's great. The problem is that of course this tiny little, very comfortable expat world there is a big temptation to speak English. So the existence of this small but existent and very friendly expat community tempts you to speak English instead of Mandarin. And there's a risk that you get sucked into that and you will be speaking English. And of course that's not good for your Mandarin. So a city like Beihai or Chengdu is of course much better there, particularly Chengdu where there's no expat community at all. So the expat community in Xi'an exists, it's not huge, but there is one. All right, that was three reasons why not. I have to say, I really like Xi'an. It's just a historic city. The terracotta warriors were one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. But I personally actually like the old city walls best. I spent a lot of time cycling around them and it's really very pretty and they're fully intact. It's the only major city left in all of East Asia that actually has its full city walls intact. And it's beautiful, like it's in this modern city, you have this massive and they're big, the big city walls there. The food, it's really a very exciting place to be in. And it's very Chinese, it's proper China. So yeah, I personally think Xi'an is a great place to study Mandarin.